Hey, this is Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by
Kobra Page.
Congratulations on your new album, Prevail. How pleased are you with the finished product?
Oh, thank you so much. We are incredibly pleased. I am more proud of this body of work than ever before, I have to say.
And of course, it's not out for a couple of months. Are you feeling anxious, excited, or really impatient as release date is so long away?
I'm feeling actually all of those things. I'm super excited. I can't wait to play them new material. We were trying 2 new songs on the tour last year before the new year, and they were going really well with the people, even though not everyone had heard them before. But it was nice for us to have something fresh. And I'm also really anxious because right now, kind of some of our songs are circulating and some radios are testing them out, you know, to see if people enjoy them or not. And it's scary. We even had a record out for, I guess, almost 3 years now. So it's that whole deal of, okay, how's this going to do for everyone? And are they going to enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it? And of course, I'm getting older and the band needs to move forward, so there's always that anticipation of if this is going to help us continue doing what we're doing.
Of course. I've only had the album like about 4 hours, so I've only had like a quick listen, but what I've found so far is awesome. It seems like the band has gone from strength to strength. How would you compare Prevail 1 to the band's previous releases?
The biggest differences from this album to the last album and the previous one especially is that there are so many dynamics on this album that we haven't shown in our musicianship and also in my vocals. I think that's really noticeable from the first track, Gotham. You're hearing a lot more versatility. You're also hearing a lot more of what we can do. We really wanted to show everyone that there was a lot more to us, and also nail down more of an original sound for ourselves, because as a lot of people have known Kobra and The Lotus, we have been referred to as like a traditional heavy metal, and that's totally cool, but you know, we have to have something that distinguishes us in our own generation and that makes us Kobra and The Lotus, and we still had to work on that, and I think that this album does that.
Which 2 tracks from the new album would you play me to introduce me to your band if I was totally new to Kobra and The Lotus?
Oh, okay, yeah. So Kobra and The Lotus, I would say, is heavy metal and hard rock, and you are going to be hearing a lot of heavy and crunchy riffs, as well as really melodic melodies, dual lead guitars, just like those big classics, and a lot of wailing vocals with a lot of power, but also some vulnerability. And then the messages in the music, I think, are about really relatable experiences and feelings that a lot of people that I know have and I've had in my life. And so hopefully you'll go on a musical trip that'll be mostly pleasurable. That's what I would say.
Are there any tracks from Prevail 1 you especially cannot wait to play live?
Yeah, there are definitely a handful of tracks that I think are going to be super fun. We've already played Gotham and Trigger Pulse, and Trigger Pulse especially is so fun to play live. There's another one off there coming up called Hell on Earth, and I think it's going to be so much fun. There's just not only vocals going on and some heavy metal madness, but there's some ripping guitars and kind of a little bit of a guitar duel off. So that's going to be super fun to play at a show. I think everyone will enjoy that.
I mean, I've seen you before, obviously, so I know what to expect, but what can we expect from Kobra and The Lotus live show?
You can expect a very high energy show. We always give 500% of ourselves, and we just feed each other, you know. We come out there and we give you everything we've got, and then we make the show together, us and the crowd. And you can expect it to sound very similar to the album. I think that we pride ourselves on trying to get it as close as possible to the record as we can get, and we don't play or do anything that we can't actually do live.
I mean, I must say, I always remembered, like, when you came into, like, that outbuilding, there's like an outbuilding, wasn't there, where the journos were and everything, and you came in, and I was like, it just took my breath away, because it was just like your stage presence. It was like you just literally just come off the stage, and it was so fucking amazing. So fucking amazing. It was like, oh my god, you know.
That is awesome. That's wicked.
So, can you tell us what the plans are, tour and festival wise, for 2017?
Absolutely. We were told to wait on an announcement for May until tomorrow, but I can see it leaking actually online right now. We're going to be in the U.S. and part of Eastern Canada for all of May, and then we are coming over to Europe in the summer to do some festivals. You can see those on our Facebook page and our website. And then in the fall, we are really planning on coming back to Europe and doing that extensively, and also the UK, of course, because we always come to the UK, and you guys have been really a source of really loyal support and faith in our band from the beginning, so we, of course, will be coming there.
Metal music seems to be in your blood. Was it an easy decision to be a singer rather than playing an instrument in the band? Because I know you're, like, multi-skilled, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I do play piano and guitar, but I use them just to write songs, and now I don't even play them enough to, play well enough on stage. I used to probably be able to if I wanted to, but it just became a different priority for me is actually managing and running the band, with our manager, and that's a full-time job, so I had to do a trade-off, and it's okay because I can run around on stage, and I have 2 guitarists, and I think that it's more than enough happening for us.
And how do you maintain your voice while you're on tour? Do you just, like, not talk for a day before you go on stage? I mean, what do you do?
It's actually becoming really challenging. I've been doing all the merchandise as well up to this present date. So we've been playing shows, and then I've been also selling the merch after the show, and I love seeing everyone after the show, but it's also been really hurting my vocal cords. So really all I can do is not speak. I have to isolate myself after the shows when we're all packed out. I'm not the one that is having fun up in the front lounge. I'm usually in the back trying to just decompress and not use my voice at all because I have to save it as much as possible. I also have some exercises that I still use from my classical training when I was growing up, and I just find that they've been my godsend because they have helped me have proper breath support, and that really saves your voice.
Is there a song you really love written by someone else that you wish you had actually written? And don't say Black Velvet.
Oh, oh man, I really wish that I had written Gold Dust Woman by Fleetwood Mac.
Wow, awesome. Yeah.
I just love Fleetwood Mac and Rhiannon and anything off Rumors. I'm just like, oh damn, that stuff is just so good. How do you recreate that vibe?
Totally. Next one is, if I was totally new to heavy metal, which 2 albums would you give me to listen to?
Oh, this is awesome. I would absolutely give you Painkiller by Judas Priest because that's what got me started in metal. And I would probably have to say, this is going to sound... No, I'll give you Rest in Peace by Megadeth and Painkiller by Judas Priest. There's my answer.
What was the last album you listened to?
The very last album I listened to was actually Anesthetized by Porcupine Tree.
If you were trapped on a desert island for a year, what 5 items would you take with you? Oh,
I would take oh my god, that's a really interesting question. Well, I would probably take an iPod. No, I don't know, some form of music. I don't know how to answer this question. I'm not good at this. I get way too hypothetical way too quickly. I'd have to have music. I'd probably have to have my toothbrush. And I'd probably take my boyfriend. That's really selfish. Strand him too, so I'm not alone. I'd bring a knife, and I think a sewing kit. And then I feel like I could probably make a lot of stuff happen with those things.
That's brilliant. A few bands will say like, a speedboat so I can get off the island. Like, yeah, that's not really what I'm asking you. Okay.
Yeah, I was figuring, this is kind of a serious situation.
Yeah. Can you tell me what it's been? I mean, obviously you've had so many big highlights in your career so far, but what would you say has been the biggest?
The first biggest thing that I would consider that ever happened was Metal Hammer putting me into their calendar, because that started everything for us, really, in a different way. And then the second thing was signing to Universal. That was another little step. Then the third thing was touring with Kiss and Def Leppard, because that was unbelievable. Even though I don't think we got any farther from it, but the experience was so amazing. It was like once in a lifetime. And then the best thing that's happened to us since then is writing this new album and signing to Napalm Records, because they are honestly the best record label we've ever worked with, and I feel so grateful.
When can we expect Prevail 2 then? Is it already written even?
Yeah, Prevail 1 and Prevail 2 were supposed to be a double album released as a single release. So they were all written, recorded, produced, and mastered at the exact same time. And they've been prepared, and Prevail 2 is just sitting on the sidelines. So I think that we're going to just, the plan with Napalm is to see how Prevail 1 unfolds for people, see how well it does, and then we'll set a date for Prevail 2. But it's just, in the end, it was too much material. They're both full-length albums, and every song is different from the next. Like, it's literally just like Prevail 1, except for all the songs are completely different. So I think it's better this way, that there's going to be some time for people to digest.
Do you have any final words for your fans and our listeners?
Absolutely. I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting and believing in the band. I'm so glad that you all have found something that you've enjoyed inside our music, because we love coming and sharing it with you guys, and the shows are everything for us. So thank you so much. We're eternally grateful, and I really hope to see you guys very, very soon. What's up, guys? This is Cobra Page from Kobra and The Lotus, and you are listening to the Metal Gods Meltdown.
black